I'm much better now that the ladies are back from space.
What were they up there, 10 minutes?
It's so cringy.
Look at us, we're very wealthy. Don't we look great? Admire us.
Katy Perry jumped out of the aircraft and kissed the ground in a painfully cringe moment that has been roasted online.
She essentially took a roller coaster ride.
Well, it was very profound. I don't know if you've seen Katy Perry talk about it, but she's basically a guru now. Let's not minimize this. Let's celebrate female astronaut.
That's the other thing. There has been female astronauts.
Let's not minimize this.
But if Katy Perry started singing and I was trapped in the vacuum of space, you better believe I'd find a way to end it.
What did they do?
I thought it was condescending. It was belittling to women.
Lots of other people in the media were embarrassing themselves during this ordeal. Oprah Winfrey actually wept as she watched the all-female team launch into space.
It's the most amazing feat ever for mankind. Womankind.
The 11-minute space flight that was touted as some kind of divine feminine gift to humanity.
That was one small step for womankind, one giant leap backwards for mankind.
So you think space, 112. Travel is for serious scientists and brave astronauts, right? Well, think again. These days, the real explorers of space aren't just astronauts. They're celebrities.
Prior to going up, you said that you needed to go to space to heal. I know you're only a few minutes removed from this.
I feel super connected to love.
Goodness. I will never be the same.
Yes. The same people who wear a designer outfit to a grocery store are now blasting off into space for a life-changing 10-minute trip. It's no longer about pushing the boundaries of human exploration. It's about who can throw the best selfie while orbiting the Earth. But hey, don't worry. They're still changing the world, just in between their sponsored Instagram posts.
I've had so many people reach out to me and say, because you did it, it makes me think I can do it too.
You know, it's so funny. She said she's heard from women and girls who have said to her, I didn't realize this is something I could do. You know how I know that didn't happen, Megan? Because it's not something they could do, because they're not friends with Jeff Bezos, right? Like,
taking up space!
Their message for women was take up space. You guys are taking up too much space already.
You know you're doing something wrong when even your fellow celebrities are calling you out. The recent all-female Blue Origin spaceflight featuring Katy Perry, Gayle King, and others has faced significant backlash, not just from the public, but from within the entertainment industry itself.
That space mission this morning, that's end time shit. Like, this is beyond parody. For what was the marketing there? And then to try to make it like, I'm disgusted, literally.
And you know it's bad when other celebrities come out and mock you. Like that celebrity on celebrity violence almost never happens. But we're witnessing it right now.
Olivia Wilde reposted an image of Katy Perry kissing the ground. She was acting like she got back from Apollo 13.
It's so much money to go to space.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who can't even afford eggs. What are they going to do up there that has made it better for us down here?
Amy Schumer humorously joined the conversation, jokingly revealing she was added to the crew last minute, highlighting the performative nature of the mission.
Last second, they added me to space. I'm bringing this. It was in my bag, and I was like on the subway, and I got the text, and they were like, do you want to go to space? So
Perry held a flower. Supposedly she sang.
Katy sang, what a wonderful world.
She did?
Is that nice?
Oh, come on.
She sang, what a wonderful world.
Had I been one of the chosen few revolutionary women, I probably would have just jumped out and let the void of space either suck me in and destroy me, or just begun my descent to Earth at terminal velocity and probably caught fire on the way down. You know, either way, there are many options.
Even Martha Stewart couldn't resist a jab, sharing a throwback video of herself experiencing zero gravity, accompanied by a Katy Perry lyric.
Martha Stewart, God bless Martha Stewart. She posted something online because she went up in a flight that achieved zero gravity.
I boarded a Boeing 727 aircraft called G-Force One and experienced what astronauts feel when they reach zero gravity.
It's a complete troll. Everyone's trolling them now.
When your own peers 14 who understand the industry and its nuances are questioning your actions, it's a clear sign that the mission may have missed the mark.
Gayle King, upset, had a few things that she needed to explain to those of us who don't understand what a hero she is.
According to Gayle, don't 32 you dare call it a ride. It's a journey, she said. And if you even think about calling it a ride, well, prepare for 30 earful.
Please don't call it a ride. That is not a friggin' ride. Whenever a man goes up, no one called that a
You're Alan
ride.
Shepard.
It was called a flight. It was called a journey, because a ride implies that it's something frivolous or something that's lighthearted. There was nothing frivolous about what we did. What it's doing to inspire other women and young girls, please don't ignore that.
There's nothing frivolous about what we did. Let's see how it went on board the Blue Origin spacecraft.
Flynn, I got
with her Daisy.
I got you, Flynn.
Gail went on social media practically throwing a 5-6 and tantrum at anyone who dared belittle her 10-minute trip. But here's the kicker. She wasn't just defending herself. No. She was preaching about how inspirational this experience was, especially for women and young girls. You know, because nothing screams empowerment like floating in zero gravity for a few minutes and coming back with a new level of narcissism.
They've gone next level. The montage of them about them.
There, it's dark. It's like death.
And I'm so proud of us. I really am proud of me.
Flowers for me. I brought a daisy because I have so much love for my daughter Daisy, and I have so much love for Mother Earth.
If I can do this, I was telling these guys, I might even now get my ears pierced. I've never gotten my ears pierced because that hurts.
I hope they can see the unity that we modeled and replicate that and understand that we weren't just taking up space, we were making space.
Let's 6-7 pause for a second. What even qualifies someone as an astronaut anymore? Is it surviving intense training, going through rigorous tests, and potentially risking your life to advance humanity's understanding of space? Or is it just being rich enough to afford a ticket to space, grabbing a selfie, and calling yourself an explorer? Seriously, these are 65 the questions we need to ask, because the public reaction to these space tourists is nothing short of hilarious.
The reason that Katy Perry is not technically an astronaut right now is because none of the people in this capsule could actually operate anything. It was all being remotely controlled. So it was cool. They took a very, very expensive, very, very cool roller coaster ride.
Lauren Sanchez was also reduced to tears by the experience.
6 women just did the same flight that he didn't.
Oh, I just want to keep hugging you.
We duplicated the trajectory of Alan Shepard's flight back in the day.
In case you didn't know, Alan Shepard is famous because he was the first American to go to space in 1961. So we don't celebrate the people who do it as on a tourist trip 60 years later. We celebrate the people who were the first to do it. Gail doesn't want us to say that she took a ride, but that is in fact what she did. She took a ride on a remotely piloted craft. Anyone who denies my achievement is sexist.
While real astronauts are out, they're doing actual space missions. These celebrities are too busy pouting in space selfies, holding up peace signs and looking deeply into the lens like they're starring in a 90s music video. If you didn't know any better, you'd think they were saving the world, not just playing in a multi-billion-dollar luxury rocket.
So, it was so quiet. It was just quiet.
And now we're supposed to celebrate her crossing new barriers for women, meaning boinking a billionaire and getting a free ticket to space for 11 minutes.
It was belittling to women. And
I'm still stuck on the fact that Gayle King actually used the word astronauts. You are there on a vanity project of Jeff Bezos and his fiance. They got in their special Oscar de la Renta designed suits, laid down in a capsule, and came back in 10 minutes, you guys.
They admired the universe, and what they were expecting was for us to admire the fact that they were rich enough and famous enough to have been granted this utterly, utterly vacuous experience from which they learned absolutely nothing.
And we can't forget about Lauren Sanchez, who turned her space trip into a real moment of empowerment, making sure to shout girl power while floating through space.
I don't think you can describe it, because, you know what I was saying, it was like quiet, but then also really alive.
Honestly, the sheer narcissism of 852 in these moments is mind-blowing. You know, as the Earth is shrinking below them, they're busy thinking about how they're 58 changing the world with a 10-minute space flight. Oh, the humanity. I mean, come 9 on. You're only on this trip because you're Jeff Bezos' girlfriend.
And this right here is the moment that they've been training for. 2 days, becoming a crew, becoming a team.
But the training, it all comes down to literally they learned how to buckle their seatbelts. And I asked my team to poll, like, what did they do during their 2 days? Their tasks, they spent the past 2 days practicing how to get into and out of the New Shepard capsule.
And of course, the internet had a twine field day with this. Social media, as 9:30 unusual, became the battlefield for these play astronauts, with critics going all in. I mean, you've got to give it to the internet. They don't hold back. Jokes about how the only thing orbiting in 40 space was their egos. The mocking was 42 relentless. But the best part? These 44 so-called astronauts, instead of just 44 accepting it, decided to double down, getting defensive and lecturing the public, because of course, no one's allowed to criticize them unless they've been to space. Right, Gail?
We are the Taking Up Space crew. There's 6 of us, all women. It's a historical flight to space because it's the first time that all women have been in space.
The accomplishment of Blue Origin is that Katy Perry went to space. Do you see the difference? Do you understand the difference here? The accomplishment is not that, it is not in the hands of these women. These women did nothing. Truly, they could not have possibly done less for this 11-minute voyage.
They are the 1023 future of space travel. And women will 1020 look back on this moment in history and 20 say, we've come a long way.
It's space tourism. The fact that they're trying to sell it as some revolutionary thing is f***ing hilarious. Yeah, first all-female flight crew. It's not a flight crew. That's like